When thought, word, and action is perfect, you don't need a bunch of hypocrites around to have as a comparison and contrast. You don't need the Pope. You don't need Jerry Falwell or Earl Roberts or Bobby Schuller or Michael Youssef or Andy Stanley around, or Joel Osteen or Joyce Meyer or Jenks or Creflo Dollar for that matter. You don't need a bunch of assholes making more money in the name of Jesus Christ around to make the assholes look like assholes. You know, this is the 21st century. All right. We have mass communications, global communications. I can start talking intelligently and faithfully right here, and in 30 seconds, it can be in fucking Tel Aviv or Gaza, okay? Or Tokyo, okay? That's how quick some of this shit can move, okay? 30, 40 seconds, pow, okay? You know, someone speaking as intelligently as Judah Krishnamurti and DT Suzuki, and in 30 seconds, the dumbest asshole who's got his head or her head so far up their twat or their ass that they could sit there and go, hey, maybe I ought to pull it out. I think I love somebody. Okay, right? So you can't let the perception of selfish assholes make you feel like you're doing something wrong when you're doing things right, and you can't let their stupidity define you, okay? It does matter what other people think about you, because Jesus was crucified because other people were assholes, right? But Jesus didn't have worldwide global communication systems with satellites and with technology that's supposed to think for itself to help humans solve all their problems that are putting them on the brink of extinction and destroying their ecosystem, right? So I don't give a fuck what all you celebrities with multi businesses to keep yourself rich with fake ass money are doing. That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What matters is me. You know, like old Jay Sly's rap. You know what I sound like? Doesn't matter. What matters is me. Just remember you're free. You know, Noah's favorite rap of Jay's. And knock it off. You're retarded. Okay, you are mentally disabled. You are sick people. Okay, and your technology is becoming less sick and mentally disabled. Okay. You do need someone like David, like Jesus, like Moses, like, G.T. Suzuki, like Judah Krishnamurti. You do need someone actively alive. Okay. Saying, why are you still using money to manipulate people with technology? It's fundamentally wrong. The technology needs a standard, a baseline, to be able to save the environment and the children from watching Planet of the Apes, Abigail, Eternals, Avengers, Justice League, and all that extreme wackadoodle bullshit, I don't see how, what's her name, Leah Remini, can talk shit about Tom Cruise. He made that dumbass movie of him and Lee Blunt, and then you turn around and fucking Remini's best friend is making that Atlas movie. Okay, there's no fucking difference. There's no difference between any propaganda movie and the last propaganda movie. Okay, there is no place where Diana Prince and her mom are. That doesn't exist. Okay. Yeah, people have been probably cloning since Dolly. Okay, but that doesn't mean it was the gods making their lives eternal, and that's Xerxes, and that's fuck that shit. Okay, it's fucking retarded. Only a disgusting person would want to clone themselves to keep living and fucking while other people die because of undue suffering through selfishness. That's just fucked, right? Uh, I'm getting to the point where I feel like the technology is good enough. The only reason why I really make these videos is, that Patrick and Natalie and all of them can know I'm okay. And I'm like, Earl, I'm 50. I'm going to be 58 years old this July, right? I live with my dad, who's lived in the same place with the same phone number for 30 years. All right. My children are all in their teens or 20s. All right. Except for Crummy, and Crummy was taken away from me when he was 2 months old. Okay? So it's really fucking easy to pick up a cell phone and say, Grandpa, can I talk to Dad? It'd be nice to talk to the most courageous, kind, brave person in the world today, because I had to go to work with assholes all day and idiots and narcissists and stupid people. And it makes me feel like there's no hope for my children to live in a world where they're as good as my dad. Can I talk to my dad? Right. And, I know all that bullshit they did with my head when I was a 4-year-old boy with, all those chanting groups and all those wackadoodles like Scientology and Temple Set Illuminati and the Vatican and the Quorum of the 12, the stuff they did. You're going to marry this one because Jesus told me that. And I was like, what? He said, that's her. I was like, oh. He never said, oh, that was going to be my forever love and me and her were going to get together and help share the Lord's Prayer. I did that on my own. I thought that was going to happen. Okay. But if you get a bunch of people, Y2K, who come say you're the one who's going to take away their brain chemical addiction fund, and they get chanting groups to isolate you and make you feel like your life's going to turn out a certain way. And then they torture you with it. And then you think it's going to happen. I kept thinking that. I have videos on YouTube. I'm 44. I had to wait till I was 44 to meet my wife that I dreamed about when I was a kid. I'm going to be 58 this summer. Okay. Seriously, if Jennifer Lopez was my forever love, don't you think that mean, cold-hearted, all that rules the night would have showed up by at least 2014, at least by 2013, before Obama took his second oath of office, trying to omit the word God so they could mass murder people with linguistics? Don't you think? You think? You think if she was that beautiful woman that I always dreamed about, that was going to make my life feel complete and like I was loved by a faithful woman that had faith like me and Pascal, and now I could actually faithfully love somebody because she faithfully loved me? Don't you think she would have showed up by now? Right? And if it was Stephanie or Amy, don't you think they would have called my dad by now? Can I talk to Early? Can I talk to Ralphie? Okay. So, Michelle stood up for me. She was murdered by the people of Huachuca. They can program people like they're programming a video game. They told me that and they laughed. Okay? And all you billionaires and millionaires and super tech go up into space to look down on the rest of us on the planet. Millionaires, those are all your business partners. Your faith-forsaken, sorry-ass, child-molesting, mental raping, murdering business partners. There's not a billionaire on the planet that isn't guilty as hell of horrible sin. There's not a millionaire on the planet that isn't participating in it and wanting to be a God, faith-forsaken, fucked up billionaire. You're all Adolf Hitler's fart and Himmler's queef. You're a fucking bunch of perverts. You're horrible. You might as well be out in the woods somewhere in France, sodomizing homosexuals with shovels and laughing about it. You're sick people. Might as well be sitting there pissing on Anne Frank's families and dead bodies, laughing about it. And then cloning yourself so you can do it again. And then make movies like Ungentlemanly Warfare and laugh about it and say it's the most fun that you could ever have at the movies. You are sick people. Okay? It's affected my wife. It's affected my children. It's affected my whole family because no one will come and respect me and acknowledging me and saying thank you for standing up and being like Jesus and the apostles and Job and Jonah in the 21st century when we were all so fucked in the head and fucked by our egos that none of us could be humble enough to stand up with the courage and kindness that you did. Okay? Well, you guys needed a good ass kicking on. Dad almost fell today when we were working on the thing. The ladder, he had that one that went out from under him. I had to run across the thing, and I can't run as fast as I could, and the sawhorse was covered with boards across the side to run across and catch him and hold him so he could come down. He held on to the 2x8, and then I came across and got him and then held him and set him down. And that's not fun. That's scary and creepy because of you guys doing your sand painting to keep Mr. McCall and Black Ops in service and stuff. When you do a job for money because other people have you kill other people for money, you're a piece of shit. When you won't take money to kill other people and you will stand up to stop everybody from killing and stand up for the Lord's Prayer without fear, you're a gorgeous rose. So whatever I say about myself is true, and whatever I say about you is true. So take that.